Hey there everyone, this is Matt for Creative Reviews. Today we're going to be doing another video with the ClearTouch SmartButtons. This is a product that I got for my iPhone 6 Plus, and when I first got it, I thought it was a great idea. I really liked how it didn't add any more apps or anything that you would have to use to actually make this useful, but the idea of this is such. You have a tempered glass screen protector. Let's see if we can see that here. You can see it resting on top of the actual screen. And what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to add functionality to the space down here. Here's the home button. Here is the buttons that are supposed to be up here in the corner. So if you hit this button, it's supposed to open up that icon. And some of the times it does work. But there are some times when you don't want to use the buttons down here, where it actually becomes kind of hard to hit the button up here at the top. So while it does add functionality for this space down here, it actually removes some of the sensitivity, or shifts, I would say actually shifts some of the sensitivity from icons here at the top. So if I wanted to hit here, I would normally go here, but I would actually have to shift a little bit down to account for that sensitivity shift, and then I'd be able to go and get that. If I were to hit it normally, like I usually do, it only sometimes works. And when I want to use these buttons, it's great. But when I don't want to use them, and I'm more used to using something that would appear on the screen here, it sometimes gets in the way. So let's go here to a game that I play a lot. It's called Clash of Clans. If you don't know it, maybe you should look into it. So here we have the layout. Here we have the phone tilted horizontally, and here we have the buttons. As you can see here, if I hit here, it associates with this button here, and it will click on it. So that's good. But sometimes when I'm moving around, when I'm, attacking other opponents here, sometimes I just want to casually hit the button and it doesn't always work. Sometimes that means I have to double tap it. Sometimes that means I have to shift down where exactly I'm tapping. And it seems to be working fine right now, but there are some times when it just does not work. For example, I want to enter some text here. So normally I would click on this field here. I'm trying to, and actually look, you can see it kind of shifts my placement from here to hitting this tab. And that's definitely not something I want to do. See, I didn't even hit that. And that's really more annoying than I'm really willing to give up to have these buttons be useful. For example, here, if I want to use this as a singular button or a singular touch space, I wouldn't know what it would be associated with. So I hit here, and it hits global, even though I'm hitting here, not up here. So as I hit here, I want to start typing something, it really almost removes that functionality from here. So I have to kind of guess. See, look, I had to press all the way down here to actually get that to work. And unfortunately, that's just something I can't deal with. Now, there may be some people that can get used to it, but unfortunately, I'm just not one of those people. Now there's one more issue that I have here. Now, me using my iPhone 6s and 6 to as my primary filming source, I use lenses on it, and I also have other accessories. I'll get to that in a moment. But if you've ever seen this is the Oleo clip, and what it does is it's supposed to rest on top of the device, and you're supposed to use this as a lens for the back-facing camera or the front-facing camera. Because of the thickness of this, unfortunately, I can't use it. And I'd say the trade-off for having protection on the front of the screen and this added functionality of the buttons is not worth the trade-off of not being able to use my lens, which are very custom fit to fit these types of phones. And that's just something I'm personally not willing to give up. Another thing that does not work is that if you were to add this to your phone, either your 6 or your 6S, and you happen to have a life-proof case. Because those cases are so particular about the size of the phone, the width and everything about that, they don't fit properly, and that means they won't seal. And just for that added protection on the front, it does not allow you to use the life-proof case. I have a life-proof free case, FRE, with a little mark above it, and it doesn't seal anymore. And that's a problem because I need it to be perfectly sealed, because I will take that into conditions where it could be wet, it could be dusty, it could be a lot of things, and I need to be protected. It's just something I'm not willing to trade off. Those, I would say, are the negatives about the ClearTouch SmartButtons. Now, if I didn't have accessories to put on the phone, if I just had cases that fit around the back, this would be great. And if I had the patience, and I may be impatient about this, the patience to learn about where exactly the sensitivity would be shifted to, maybe I would be okay with that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just shifts it too much where it really does aggravate me. I think this is an amazing idea, having this sensitivity appear shifted down here, but I'm not willing to take those minimal trade-offs. So if you're okay with the trade-offs, I would say 100% get this. This is available from boxwave.com, boxwave.com. But if you're not willing to take those trade-offs, I would say avoid it. And in this case, I'm unfortunately going to have to say I will not be using this on my iPhone. And in that, I will not be using any glass screen protectors or anything that would add this much thickness to it. And let's see if you can actually see that again. There is the end of the real screen, and here is that screen. And it may just add only millimeters, but when you have accessories that really account for the size, the specific size of the phone, it's just not going to work for you. So unfortunately, I won't be using it, but maybe you will. So check it out, boxwave.com, where they have tons of mobile accessories. I really like the other stuff they have there too, and I really like this. I just wish it would work a little bit better. All right, find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Blogger. Subscribe to Creative Reviews and 5149 Media. Don't forget we have a GoFundMe account. We appreciate any donations because we rely on our own funds. Thanks so much for watching. Again, see you guys next time.